Kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
No or yes?
Kind of. Kind of. Yeah. Repeat the question one more time.
So my understanding is of the question.
You froze up again.
Individual and. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, just start from the beginning of the question. That's where you exactly froze up. Beginning of the question.
Okay. So I think you were asking, like for me to, what if I was a current college student, and I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. But while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, there's so many different things that I'm good at. So how could I pretty much narrow down that list, or how could I choose one thing from that? Okay. So for me, it's not actually something I discovered when I was in college, but I think mine was more so when I was after college. Because in business is a very broad field, and there's a lot of things you can do with a business degree. And so I was really trying to figure out, okay, what should I do? Should I start my own business? Should I, just pursue after a job? And I'm like, well, I'm good at this, and I'm good at that. So what position should I apply for? Because like I said, business is such a broad field. But I mean, I guess the best advice that I would give for someone who is good at several things is you will find that most people are good at a lot of things. Yeah. But there's a difference between being good and there's a difference between being great. Yeah. And so that's something that I have learned, and I have grown to understand that, okay, I may be good at something, but I guarantee you there's at least one thing that you're great at. You're not just good at it, and you're not just average, you're above average. And so for me, I realized for me, it was writing. It was something that when I had to sit down one day and say, okay, Courtney, you're good at this, you're good at this, you're good at this. And sometimes it really does. It just takes a lot of thought. And it's not something that you just, oh, I'm great at this and I'm great at that. Sometimes you just really have to sit down and think about what is something that I'm not just good. But once I sat down and just started talking to myself, I also started talking to people who knew me best. Okay. Maybe people who were family members that I was extremely close to, or friends, because, usually or typically the people that you surround yourself with, and you surround yourself with them probably, the vast majority of the time, they know things about you, or they're able to see things about you that you don't notice about yourself. And when I tell you it was actually a professor on campus, and I used to work for him when I was his graduate assistant. I worked in the Department of Engineering. And I went to him and I said, Doc, I called him Doc, but his name was Dr. Stevenson. And I said, Doc, I said, let me ask you something. I'm good at this. And he knew I was trying to, yes?
I'm sorry. You might have to start over from when you started talking about the professor, somebody distracted me. Somebody had came to the door and just distracted me.
Okay, when I started talking about the professor?
Yeah.
Okay, so I was pretty much saying, a lot of times if you really can't figure out, okay, how do I go from good to great? Or what's that thing that I'm not just good at, but I'm actually great at? Yeah. I would suggest asking those around you who know you best, you know what I mean? Or who are most familiar with you. And so what I did, and that was some advice that I actually got from an individual, because a lot of times people, your friends, family